How's it going, everybody? This is Mark with @Tech, and in this video we are going to be checking out the TimeBox. This is a smart speaker which is also a clock and is also a pixel box. It can do a bunch of different things, more than just playing music and displaying the time. It's got a ton of features, so let's go ahead and check it out. So on the front we have a bunch of squares which will light up with different color LEDs. You can pretty much display anything you want it to. On the top we have a whole range of buttons which are all rubber, and the main material is plastic. Even the front is plastic, but the colors are pretty bright and it looks and works pretty nicely. So on the top we can cycle through all of the options through time, temperature, a solid color, and a couple of different animations, as well as a solid picture. And we can also put it to sleep through there. I'll show you all this in the app as well. So the app is okay for the most part. It does connect over Bluetooth. There's two different Bluetooths, one to change the settings on the TimeBox and one to actually play music. So let's take a look at everything you can do. We can draw a design and then just display it on the TimeBox right there. You can clear it, that sort of stuff. We can make animations, which are pretty cool. You can add frame by frame. So if you really want to get into animations, you can do that. You can play it and you can change the speed at which it plays back. They also do have a library where you can search through, and you can also save ones you've made before. So I made this one right here. It will save the animation as well as the duration and everything, and it'll play that back. We can also pick a solid picture to show. They do have a pretty big library of a bunch of different types of images. So we can pick whatever we want, just click it and it will automatically apply to the TimeBox. Tools, there's quite a few things on there. One neat thing is the notifications section. Whenever you get a notification on your phone, it will show up on the TimeBox with that as well. So that's pretty cool. We got a couple of things for planners and celebration days, which will just show alerts on your TimeBox when those are happening. Stopwatch is very strange. We click start and it does absolutely nothing. If you click suspend or reset, it still does nothing, and nowhere can you actually see the time. The scoreboard is also kind of a neat thing where you can add up a score, but where does it show it? Nowhere. I don't know where you would see it. If you cycle through everything, it's still nowhere to be found. It's only in the app, which is quite strange. Game is also a little interesting. They have 3 different ones where all you have to do is shake your phone and it'll do some weird stuff. But you can also do a pixel racing game where you use the buttons on the top of the TimeBox and drive your little pixel car left and right and make sure that it doesn't crash into anything. We also do have sleep time, which will play music and set a color. There's alarm, music, FM radio, which is actually pretty good, and the antenna inside is very nice as well, not much static. Right here on this tab we can see all of our tabs that I showed you before, but you can also set colors, and in things like this you can pick different animations. Under light we have these different buttons that light up colors whenever you press them, but they do absolutely nothing on the actual TimeBox. It is very strange. I do not know what their purpose is. And we can also display a solid picture if you want to do that. And then again, we can also cycle through using the button on the top. So a couple weird things. First, in the app it shows you the weather, but if we look at the temperature on the TimeBox, it's a completely different temperature. Now that's because the TimeBox is showing your temperature inside the room. If we go to settings and enable outside temperature, it does nothing. None of these settings do anything at all, so there's really no point in that. So you can only view inside temperature on the TimeBox and outside temperature in the app. But for the most part, it works pretty nice. The buttons on the top allow you to enable Bluetooth, change the volume, change stations, pause and play, and cycle through different modes. If you want to check the battery remaining, you just press the power button and it will show you the battery life left. It lasts about a decent amount of time if it's just sitting there, but if you are changing a bunch of settings or if you are displaying animations, it will actually drain the battery life pretty quickly. Luckily, it does charge over micro USB, so if you want to juice it up, you probably got a cable laying around. It also has an audio output if you don't want to use a speaker in the TimeBox, which sounds okay. But overall, the app needs a lot of improvement. It's not the best app experience, but the things you can do with it are pretty interesting, and everything that's working in the app is anything that I'd be interested in using. So it's a pretty neat device. It has a lot of potential, and you can do some pretty cool stuff with it. You might see this in the background of many videos in the future because it's pretty cool. So if you're interested in picking this up, I'll leave a link to it down in the description below. If you have any questions at all, let me know in the comment section. If you like this video, leave a like and hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. This is Mark with Tech, and I'll see you in the next one.